What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy, Willie Does Wrestling, back at it again with a brand new video. And last night, when Leo, Wolf, and I were doing our Bringing It to the Ring podcast episode, we found out that Vince McMahon has posted a statement leading up to his Netflix documentary about his life and about his controversies, which is supposed to come out tomorrow. Vince McMahon made this statement basically saying that the producers of the documentary leave things out of context. They don't know what they're talking about. They fucked him over, basically everything, trying to proclaim his innocence before this documentary comes out. So basically what we're going to do is we are going to read this statement and we are going to give our thoughts and opinions. This might be a huge fucking rant. I don't care. I know there's going to be people who don't like this. I know there's going to be some people that are going to call me a fucking mark. Vince McMahon has a lot of meat riders, and I am ready for that. I don't give a fuck. I literally do not care. All right? So, first, let's read this statement before I get too ahead of myself, and we are just going to basically read this verbatim. Then I'm going to give my thoughts. This might be a bit of a long one, so I apologize. Vince McMahon tweeted this out yesterday saying this: I don't regret participating in this Netflix documentary. The producers had an opportunity to tell an objective story about my life and the incredible business I built, which were equally filled with excitement, drama, fun, and a fair amount of controversy and life lessons. Unfortunately, based on an early partial cut I've seen, this doc falls short and takes the predictable path of conflating the Mr. McMahon character with my true self, Vince. The title and promos alone make that evident. A lot has been misrepresented or left out entirely in an effort to leave viewers intentionally confused. The producers used typical editing tricks with out-of-context footage and dated sound bites, etc., to distort the viewer's perception and support a deceptive narrative. In an attempt to further their misleading account, the producers use a lawsuit based on an affair I ended as evidence that I am, in fact, Mr. McMahon. I hope the viewer will keep an open mind and remember that there are two sides to every story. I find this ironic. This is going to be the first thing I'm going to say about this. I find this ironic that this is coming out 2 days before this documentary comes out. And you know when people do this, you know, like if you're like a big politician and you got caught for something, you got caught, you're going to get sued, stuff like that, and everything in between, and then they automatically come out being like, guys, there are two sides to every story. They're trying to talk about this, but it's really not that big of a deal. That's when you know you're guilty. Because he especially talked about the lawsuit based on an affair I ended as evidence. You're clearly guilty, buddy. You are clearly guilty. But he's blaming it all on the producers. Like, he is acting like he's done nothing wrong in his life. Absolutely nothing wrong in his life. And this is purely on the Netflix people. These Netflix people hate them. They're keeping things out of context. They are intentionally supporting a narrative that is negative to the fucking Lord and Savior, Mr. McMahon. No, motherfucker. For about 40 years, there has been numerous controversies that have been out against one person. You. And numerous times, whether on or off screen, you have embarrassed and basically fucked over your employees. And what do you have to say about that? What do you have to say about that, Vince? There has been evidence. There has been proof. There has been detailed accounts not just on the Janelle Grant shit, but numerous things about you. And you're going to just be like, well, there are two sides to every story. Please remember, guys, I am a good guy. Please remember, I gave you professional wrestling. And that's what a lot of these fucking meat writers are going to say. I am sick and I am fucking tired. Every single time the name Vince McMahon comes out of my mouth or comes out of my keyboard, there are always people who want to sit there and fucking say, oh, well, wrestling wouldn't be where it is without Vince McMahon. The WWE wouldn't be the global phenomenon it is without Vince McMahon. Wrestling wouldn't be as huge as it is without Vince McMahon. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Sure, Vince McMahon done a lot for the wrestling business, but that doesn't mean I am going to support the things he has done to women, to talent, to literally everybody. I don't care. I literally do not care. Vince McMahon is literally what fucking Satan would be incarnate, and I'm not even joking, okay? The fact that this guy even still has a platform in any capacity is beyond me. And I'm finally glad that a big documentary like Netflix is calling him out on his bullshit. Vince McMahon probably thought that because WWE is going off to Netflix, Raw's going on Netflix, that they have this big, 10-year deal, that Netflix is going to just kiss Vince's ass and is just going to fucking be like, oh, come on, guys. Vince, he's not that bad of a guy. Mr. McMahon's just a character. Oh, all these allegations, they just want money. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, he continued the pay-per-view over the edge after Owen Hart fell to his death. Oh, that's what Owen would have wanted. Come on, guys. Oh, the steroid trial? Pff, that's okay. Everything like that. The stuff we've done to numerous employees, including the late Ashley Mazzaro. We're not going to talk about that. Like, no. Netflix, especially if you're conducting a documentary, obviously Vince McMahon doesn't know a fucking thing about journalism. The only thing he's known about journalism is probably from Uncle Dave. Normally, when you're a journalist, you are unbiased. You will gather all the facts and come up with a perspective. Now, Vince, you, at numerous points, everyone wants to focus on the Janelle Grant shit. Everyone just wants to focus on Janelle Grant, where it's like, oh, they're just talking about that. No, they're even talking about the fucking Chris Benoit shit in this documentary, for crying out loud. The CTE and all that shit. So you know that this documentary is going to ruin Vince McMahon, and he saw that cut, and he got into a huge PR fucking damage control. Oh my God, my life is over. Little panic attack, and he made this tweet. And he tweeted about it, and he is so fucking scared. And honestly, he should be. He fucking should be. I am going to watch this documentary. I'm going to wake up nice, bright, and early tomorrow morning. I'm going to, I'm going to have school. But you bet your ass, as soon as my foot comes home, steps into the door after school, I am going to be buying a Netflix subscription. I'm going to be watching that documentary, and I am going to get my popcorn. I'm going to take a sip of my beer, and I'm going to absolutely love this documentary. I'm going to watch these fucking people tear this motherfucker apart. I despise this man. I love the company he has built. I love the way it is now. I love the art of professional wrestling. I love AEW, and I kind of tune into TNA, but it's still good. But I do not love Vince McMahon. And those who do, I got one thing to say to you. What if that was your daughter? What if that was your friend? What was that? What if that was your sister? What if that was your girlfriend? What if that was your mother? What would you do then? Especially if it was your daughter. I'll tell you what. You'd probably go out there with Lucille from The Walking Dead and you do whatever you have to do to make sure this motherfucker doesn't touch your daughter again. I know I would. I know all the sane human beings would. But these meat riders probably have never touched a girl in their life with consent. And all that stuff. So, look at this shit, all right? You got Jobber Nation. Honestly, I don't even think he's playing a fucking character anymore. I don't want to reply to Vince. Fuck you. I want to scroll down. Oh, for God's sakes. Not having a mouse is kind of... Using a laptop is kind of fucking making me pissed. As spokesperson of the IWC, we all want to say thank you for creating wrestling. We will be forever grateful. All right, today's finally the day. Live and in living color. What the fuck? There we go. Reality check, huh? For fuck's sakes. Fuck this guy. I'm sick of seeing him. But I think there was other news on Vince McMahon before we go. I thought I saw something before I made this video, which we'll talk about. Well, that's his tweet. Vince McMahon, when he hears the Netflix producers are in town.
Man, we have a problem, Mouse.
Have a problem. What do you
Mr. McMahon, we have a problem. Here, in the parking lot.
You stay here! You stay here with Stephanie! You take me to him! Take me to the son of a bitch! Take me to him! Come on! Go, 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 go! Go, go!
I think Netflix, I think Vince would run and hide. I don't think he'd fucking, like, take me to the son of a bitch. Oh, there it is. Vince McMahon wanted to purchase the Netflix docuseries in an attempt to destroy it. However, Netflix refused. Of course he did. Because he's obviously guilty. If he's this scared, here's the thing. If you knew that these allegations were false, then you should have nothing to worry about. Because if you know that there are false allegations, you should first respond and give more context as to whatever context the Netflix producers are missing, and provide evidence of your own that will lead people to believe that what they're saying is wrong. But Vince, you know that they're right. Otherwise, you wouldn't be trying to buy your way out of it. Vince McMahon, who's gotten out of numerous lawsuits because they're all settled out of court because he's a rich motherfucker, thinking it's just insane. So here we go. WrestleOps on Twitter. After seeing early footage of the docuseries surrounding him, Vince McMahon tried to buy the project back from Netflix. Vince had Endeavor's Ari Emanuel chime in too, also voicing concern about the doc's treatment of Vince's alter ego. Netflix refused to let the project go. Why is everyone focusing on the alter ego? Who gives a fuck about the Vince McMahon character? This is Vince. Mr. McMahon isn't currently under fucking investigation for trafficking lawsuits. It's Vince McMahon. Why is everyone focusing on the fucking Mr. McMahon character, bro? Oh my goodness, bro. It grinds my fucking gears when people just let these fucking people go, right? I don't give a fuck if he made professional wrestling what it is today. I don't give a fuck that he made amazing TV when he actually didn't have dementia with Stone Cold Steve Austin, one of the greatest wrestling rivalries of all time. I don't care about that. I literally do not care about that. Because if you do something like that to human beings, you emotionally and mentally scar them for life. Like, I'm going to say this too. There's a reason why people who get abused don't speak out. Because you'll always get those people. Oh, they're lying. There's not enough evidence. They just want money. They just want clout. So that's why. Or they'll look at stories like this where, well, we'll just get out with a court settlement. And they don't talk. And 9 times out of 10, that ends very bad. But do people like Jobber Nation care? No, of course not. Because he made professional wrestling how it is. I don't care. I don't care. I am going to watch this documentary. I am going to watch it in its entirety. I'm going to watch it in a single sitting because I am really looking forward to seeing this guy's alter ego go down the fucking drain. Vince McMahon is literally the biggest embarrassment to the wrestling community. The day he goes will be the best day in wrestling history. The stuff he's done behind the scenes, the stuff he's done on screen, the stuff he's pitched to other people, what he's done to get people in his company, I have no respect for that. I have no respect from that. And anyone with a fucking brain, anyone who isn't 2 years old, or people who aren't mentally fucking handicapped will be able to realize that. I'm gonna have a fucking heart attack if I keep talking about this guy. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what I have to say about Vince McMahon's response to the Netflix documentary. Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Are you going to be watching it? What are you looking forward to from it? Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, be sure to turn post notifications on because I'll bet every single fucking dollar that I have Vince McMahon's going to come up with another statement once this full documentary comes out, and he is going to absolutely lose his mind. So this probably won't be the last time that we talk about Vince McMahon. This definitely won't, because we'll make a video when he fucking dies. But anyways, guys, this has been your boy, Willie Does Wrestling. I will see you in the next video. Be good people, and peace.